What is the hidden price of male loneliness? Start with the quiet costs. A visit call becomes a habit. A habit becomes a lifestyle. Lives shrink not from failure but from routine. We rarely see the invoice because isolation doesn't send a bill. It just quietly removes options. How might male loneliness influence politics, economies, or even global stability? If fewer men feel rooted in community, trust drains from the commons. Low trust changes how people vote, how they work, how they treat strangers. Economies depend on cooperation. Cooperation depends on belonging. When isolation escapes, so does fragility. Polarization grows, risk tolerance eschews, and institutions feel less legitimate. What happens to a world run on thin social oxygen? Look at workplaces. What would happen if workplaces treated connection as seriously as productivity? If belonging were measured, founded, and rewarded like safety or quality, how would teams change? Fewer performative meetings, more per circles. Managers trained in repair, not just results. Burnout would drop because people would have places to metabolize stress. Creativity would rise because trust makes ideas travel. What would your job look like if friendship wasn't suspicious but expected? Consider how we define winning. How might healing male loneliness reshape the definition of success? If success required being known, then achievement would include hypocrisy. Mentorship offered, apologies made, relationships nurtured. Promotions would track not only output, but contribution to communal life. We might start asking who prospers with you, who feels safer because you are here. If success has no witnesses, is it success or just accumulation? Imagine ripple effects beyond the individual. Families with men who have dependable circles manage conflict differently. Neighborhoods with ordinary male friendship host more informal care, rides, repairs, check-ins. Politics look like less like a blood sport and more like a shared project. Even global stability shifts when more people feel they have something to lose together rather than nothing to share at all. Knowing where to lens. If isolation is cheap, it will be chosen. Where have we made connection expensive? Time, a stigma, logistics. What would change if we subsidize belonging? Accessible third places. Public rituals that normalize asking for help. If we saw loneliness as infrastructure failure, how would we redesign the city? This isn't about blame. It's about economics of attention and the physics of community. Silence feels affordable in the moment. Over time, it compounds interest, health declines, mistrust rises, productivity becomes brittle, and public life frays. The hidden price is paid by everyone, not just the person sitting alone. So, pause on the ledger. What would we gain if we treat presence as policy at work, at home, in neighborhoods? What would leadership look like if the bravest act were making it easy for people to be known? What costs are we willing to keep paying?